Easy on the track.
I love my bitch, she like the realest nigga in my circle. I buy her purse and she be stylish when she hold my pistol. I'm on parole, I shoot her up and make it home by curfew. Jacket Virgil, hoodie Virgil, sneakers Virgil. Niggas gangsta on instrumentals, I be like heard you. Niggas rich when they snapping Insta. Heard you. You was fly with them stimmies, but we don't fly commercial. You say it's up, we're really up it and really murky. Niggas pull up rockin' black, not the chat. We was kids playing whack-a-mole, now it's whack-a-rat. Hit that boy with drums, rock and roll. He won't make it back. I just make a call, wipe his nose. I just came through 4 nail rolls, well pray ho. Bro say he heard they want me dead. I'm like, you ain't know. Never caught me lacking in the field. On my tippy toe, stepping on these niggas in Dior. Here I go. Really selling crack rock. Bro, a scammer, he that nigga with a laptop. They say Glock, is it true you keep a black Glock? They say Glock, is it true you always keep a bad thought? I say facts, ain't no kizzy in my raps.
Brother, I ain't want to say it. I didn't even want to say it. You see, I haven't said it since I've been back on YouTube, and it's been some time now. But the people want me to say it. The people ask me to say it. Hassan Campbell. Listen up, y'all. Mothers and fathers parent completely different, especially dealing with young men. A father has to be a lot more stern with a young man than a mother has to be. If you never had a father, and I don't mean this in an insulting way at all, if you never had a father though, perhaps strong, hardline paternal parenting may seem harsh and foreign to you, which is why I feel like everybody said PREME disowned his son, which then I clearly said yesterday on video, he did not disown his son. That man did the best he could to protect his son in that situation. He made a noble act. Take a look at what PREME's son does right here and really grasp the concept of what he's saying.
And be serious and like my man Irv is in the hospital right now and you making jokes on Instagram, but you want people to sympathize with you because you got 9 times. It don't make sense to me, bro. Like, shit is not a game, not a joke, man. People really love Irv, man, so we gonna see you.
Hassan Campbell. It's been quite some time since I addressed you on this platform. How you been, buddy? I want to start off by saying I don't have a personal gripe against you. I'm not here to disrespect you, belittle you, or insult you in any way, first and foremost. The reason I'm addressing you is because the perspective that you took on the situation in regards to Supreme and his son, in the video you made, it was very impactful. And a lot of people had that perspective. I'm not singling you out as the only individual who took that position. A lot of people took that position. But I myself immediately took the opposite position. There's a video on my page, Report Cards. If you go back and check, I spoke on that in detail. And I want to go to this clip where Supreme says something. And I don't think you all understood what he meant when he said what he said.
He makes veiled threats, talking about we. Who is we? Prince and myself do not promote threats of violence. We different. We are masters of self-defense.
The way PREME came across and the way a lot of y'all responded to it, it seemed like, it opened the daddy issue wounds, man. I'm going to be 100 with you. It seemed like brothers, like when I'm dressing the brother Hassan, is speaking from a place of pain. And I'm not in no way trying to belittle or diminish your pain or speak down on your pain. I understand that there is a pain that comes with the absence of a father. I get that. But it's like we're no longer trying to push that agenda that the mama is Jesus and daddy's a piece of shit. That era is over. Okay, we're not doing that no more. I'm partial to fatherhood. I had a strong father. My mama sent me to my daddy when I was 8 years old because I wouldn't listen. So from 8 to 14, it was just me and daddy. All right? And I got taught nothing but how to be a man. Don't talk like that, don't walk like that, don't sit like that. Everything, all day, every day. So it's like sometimes when situations like this arise, it's like all the personal anger that some brothers feel towards their father being absent in their life, they jump on the side so fast of the mother, it's coming across as like, I'm not trying to call no brother no feminine or nothing because that's insulting. I said I'm not doing that. He said, well, Allah, you know, but it's that perspective and speaking from that pain, man, of being that hurt little boy and always talking down on daddy. When you look at yourself as a good daddy and don't realize you can always, any day of the week, end up in a situation. And you're a good daddy. So it's like, how come we can't never take into consideration that sometimes our daddy wasn't a piece of crap just because he wasn't there? Some were, some weren't. Some were, some weren't. But when you read them Donald Goines books, and there was these sisters out there on heroin and was prostituting, that was real. That was an era called the 70s. And you read them books about the 80s and sisters on crack out there and prostituting, that was real. That was an era. That was an era. It's like they have to be held accountable and responsible too. You can't just throw bad fatherhood as the cause of absence of fatherhood all the time. No, we're not going to do that. Those days are over. They're not getting child support and taxes no more. That means we're going to level the playing field. Mama wrong sometime and daddy wrong sometime. Okay? Daddy ain't the only one that's always wrong. We're going to stop pumping that agenda. Stop talking down on daddy. I told you that's a daddy in the house now. And we're going to be respectful of daddy. We're not heaping all our hurt and pain on daddy. Everything daddy did wrong. Daddy did something noble and something solid and something wise and something loving. And because you didn't understand the play, you threw daddy all the way under the bus and brought up the mom shooting and all that other stuff. What that got to do with the price of tea in China? That boy grown.
But Supreme Jr. gets the ultimate ass whooping. This is the youngest one that wasn't raised by his gangster father. His father left him for dead, but ooh, we gonna get to that. His father left him for dead.
Choice, me or the net. He made his choice. And until he forsakes the clown show, which is the internet, I will never speak or associate with him, especially when he makes veiled threats talking about we.
Now, Brother Hassan, say your daughter is outside playing. Unbeknownst to her, a truck is coming barreling down the street and she doesn't see it. She's bent over playing her little hopscotch or to whatever she's into, right? Do you gently call her name? Hey, daughter, a truck's coming. Or do you run fast as you can and tackle her little ass like Brian Urlacher to get out the street so she don't get hit by the truck? Which one you gonna do? You gonna gently call her name? Baby, get out of the street. Here comes a truck. Now, I'm not doing that. No, I'm coming around the edge like Lawrence Taylor. Yeah! And snatching her out the street. The boy put his life in jeopardy. That is not a time for gentle parenting. It's not a time for that. You put yourself in gangster business. You get your head blowed off. Now I have to resolve this the gangster way. I'm the man of the house. I'm the father. I have the wisdom. See, here lies the problem in living in whatever mistakes PREME made 20 years ago, 30 years ago, however long. Here's the problem in living in that, Hassan. What you leave is no room for redemption. Do you understand the importance of redemption in manhood? Women don't leave room for redemption. As men, we have to understand and leave room for redemption. You are an example of redemption. You came here on this platform and rebuilt yourself. At one point in time, you wasn't who you were today. When you was walking around with all that damage and all those scars, you weren't where you are today. But you redeemed yourself. What if people said you should never be able to be around your own children because of everything that happened in your past? Whatever harmful things you may have done to people in your past or whatever. Why are you holding on to that man's past from 30-something years ago? Other day I told you what made Ali the greatest was not that he never lost. It's how he got up and won and took it again. That's what made him the greatest. When he lost, he got up and went and took it again. Like the meme, you ain't a hustler till you lose it all and get it all back. That's why they called Muhammad Ali the greatest. He had to lose it all and then go get it all back for them to call that man the greatest. You don't allow a man to be great. Many of us have made horrible mistakes in our life. You want us to just die right there, but we're still living. You don't want us to give anymore because of whatever mistake we made back there, but we're still living. Now, there's this thing called redemption. Where after a while, where a man stays on a certain path for a certain amount of time, you got to let that go. You got to let that go. I told you it's a bitch move. It's feminine. And it's crabs in a barrel mentality. Shout out my lokes and all my Crips. No disrespect to y'all. It's crabs in a barrel mentality. There's no such thing as a perfect man. Every man that rises to prominence, we look for the flaw in him to bring him back down. If we can't find one, we make it up. But we don't want him excelling over us. That's envy, that's jealousy. It's not a masculine trait. Too many of us were raised without a father. Let me share with you some of the wisdom I got from my daddy. Because he ain't play that shit. You're not allowed to act like a woman in no kind of way, shape, form, or fashion in his house. We don't speak from the woman's perspective. We speak from the man's point of view. Huh? Mama might have been sleeping with 2 or 3 other men and daddy ain't know if you was his or not. That's why he went on about his business for 4 or 5 years till she tracked him down. I ain't know that was my baby. Sometimes it be like that. Wondering how many paternity tests fail when they go to court? Sometimes it be like that. You don't know why daddy ain't around all the time. You don't know why daddy take the position he take all the time, but good, bad, or ugly. There's room for redemption. There's room for redemption. There have been a lot of cases where the daddy wasn't in their life for the first 8, 10, 15, 20, however many years of their life. But he come along and he be the best granddaddy to them kids that they ever could have had. And then that child is so thankful that their father was there to be a granddaddy to them kids. He might not have been there for them, but he did. You don't leave room for redemption. You want to cancel the man off for what he did 30 years ago. But 30 years ago, you were not the type of individual that would be allowed around your children based on what you said. No. You redeemed yourself. Allow for redemption. Allow for Supreme to redeem himself. You don't know what he can offer that boy as far as guidance from there. There is still, as long as he has breath in his lungs, there is something positive he can give to his child. If you to shoot that down, so he can't give him nothing, that's scorn. That's mommy perspective. That's not daddy's point of view. The first thing we got to start doing is we're going to start looking at things from daddy's point of view and not mommy's point of view. So you know I'm not capping. Go back and check, Brother Hassan. Report cards. You could even fast forward to the end where I got the PREME son. I said, that's a play. That's a play. He's not disowning his son. He's protecting his son. That's a father who loves his son, who's not on the street to defend his son from the type of opposition he's faced with. He's playing chess. And y'all thinking checkers.